Previously on English Bites, we've looked at ways of describing the weather. Today we're going to look at those weather words a bit more closely and look at some unusual phrases. First, let's listen to some students talk about what sort of weather they like best.
Hot weather.
Hot weather. Well, the fact that it doesn't rain, for starters, so I can ride my bike everywhere. The fact that, I can just walk around in t-shirts and shorts and I have to worry about what the weather's like outside because it's going to be hot.
I love a hot day, not really muggy, not really humid, but just hot so I can go out in the sun. I like it because you can sort of just wear a t-shirt and some shorts, and it's great weather for just sitting around and not doing a lot.
I really enjoy spring weather. I think the most perfect day would be a spring day for me, when there's lots of blossoms and lots of birds around to hear.
So it seems that most people we talk to like hot weather. Let's have a closer look at the word weather. Notice it's spelt W-E-A-T-H-E-R. But watch out, because there's another word that sounds exactly the same, weather, spelt W-H-E-T-H-E-R. Weather means the climate or what it's like outside. Weather means if something is the case. There's a rhyme that's often used to help people remember the difference. Whether the weather be fine or whether the weather be not. Whether the weather be cold or whether the weather be hot. We'll weather the weather, whatever the weather, whether we like it or not. You can have another look at that on our website. The word weather has also got quite a few different meanings. It can mean to cope or deal with something difficult. We say someone has weathered a storm to mean that they've come through difficult times. To weather can also mean to be affected by the weather, to change or fade due to sun, wind and rain. You might say that the outside of a house has become weathered. And there are lots of other weather phrases as well. You can be under the weather. That's when you're feeling sick. Or you can be a fair weather friend. A friend only in good times. Someone who's only a friend when things are good, not when there are any problems. Or you can keep a weather eye open. That's when you keep a close watch on everything that's going on, the way sailors need to keep a close eye on the weather. Okay, now let's watch the clip again, and then we'll look at some more weather words.
Hot weather.
Hot weather. Well, the fact that it doesn't rain, for starters, so I can ride my bike everywhere. The fact that, I can just walk around in t-shirts and shorts and I have to worry about what the weather's like outside because it's going to be hot.
I love a hot day, not really muggy, not really humid, but just hot so I can go out in the sun.
He loves a hot day so he can go out in the sun. There are lots of phrases that use the word sun. You can make hay while the sun shines. That means to make use of a good opportunity while you can. Or you might long for a place in the sun. That's a nice place to be. Or you might think that English Bites is the best thing under the sun. That means in the whole world. And finally, you can have your eggs sunny side up. That's a fried egg.
Hot weather. Well, the fact that it doesn't rain, for starters, so I can ride my bike everywhere.
And what about rain? Well, you can take a rain check. To take a rain check is to delay something or do it at a later time. And you might save money for a rainy day. That means to put money away for the future when things might not be so good. And you should hope it doesn't rain on your parade. That means to spoil your plans or to stop you from enjoying something special. But even if that happens, hopefully you'll be right as rain. That means to be perfectly well. And when you're right as rain, you'll hope it doesn't rain cats and dogs. That means to rain very heavily.
I really enjoy spring weather. I think the most perfect day would be a spring day for me, when there's lots of blossoms and lots of birds around to hear.
She likes a spring day. There are lots of blossoms and lots of birds in spring. Blossoms are flowers on trees. But to blossom can also mean to develop or become more attractive or successful. In spring, there are blossoms, birds, and sometimes clouds too. You might be under a cloud. That means to be in doubt or not trusted. Or you could be on cloud 9. That's being very happy or excited. And we could go on all day with our weather sayings. But we wouldn't want to make a storm in a teacup. That's to make a big fuss over something small. And we wouldn't want to put the wind up you. That means to make you feel cross. Learning phrases in groups like this can be fun, and it's a great way to expand your vocabulary. But if you're feeling snowed under by too many English language questions, just go like grease lightning to our website. You can send in questions and see today's story with all these weather words and more. English Bites is brought to you by Australia Network, and there are many other English language learning resources available at our website.